to request permission from you.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You might get a little pop-up.
Well, so this whole Zoom chat is we're going to go over posting, everything about posting. We're going to go over why to post, what to post, and when to post. And so I think a lot of coaches, when they first get started, they're scared to post because they're scared they're going to annoy their friends or their family, and if somebody's going to unfollow them or block them, or I'm telling you right now, that's probably going to happen. You're going to have people who unfriend you, unfollow, block, whatever. First of all, your Facebook is now your business. So you can't really be scared to post, because if you're not posting, people don't know what you're doing. It's all done on social media. So you have to post. Literally have to. If you're scared of annoying your friends, honestly, we're not posting anything negative. It's all positive. I mean, how many times you go through your newsfeed and you see people posting, I hate my life, I hate my job, like all these negative posts. That's what they should be annoyed of, not coach posts that are super positive. We have nothing bad to say. We're inspiring people. There's nothing wrong with what we're posting. So the people that are annoyed, you don't want to be friends with them anyway. So yeah, just get over that fear.
Yeah.
Consistency, that's a huge deal. A lot of coaches will post very consistent for their first week, maybe a month, and they don't get traction, so they get really discouraged. And then they're just like, well, this isn't for me, this sucks, this, whatever. I will tell you that when I started as a coach, I posted when I should post. I posted 3 to 5 times a day, and I got 2 likes, 5 likes, maybe. Sometimes I didn't get any likes, and I didn't let that bring me down. I wasn't like, oh, this sucks, I'm horrible at posting, I just kept posting. You'll figure it out. You'll know what works after a while. I know what works now. Like, I get on average 100 likes on everything I post. And it was not always that way. It took a year and a half for it to be that way.
Yeah.
And then if you're not posting, you're not building trust. You're not building your character as a coach, and you're not building like your niche. My niche right now is like college girls, because I'm not married. I have no kids. I'm right out of college. So that's my niche. That's who I pitch to. And that's who comes to me for challenge groups, starting as coaches, whatever, fitness advice. That is the biggest thing. So why to post? Do you have anything to add to that, Elle?
When you want so say that you have a customer, a potential person, maybe someone that you've never spoken with before, and you haven't even had a chance to reach out to you. Most likely, they're going to go to your page and they're going to creep a little, especially, if you just have a few mutual friends and they're not really sure how they know you. So you want someone to go to your page, find out who you are, find out that you're a Beachbody coach, find out that you're trustworthy and that you can help them just by looking, in your timeline.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean,
if they're going to your wall and they don't see anything about Beachbody coaching, or they don't see anything about fitness, they don't see any recipes, they don't see Shakeology, and they see all these shared quizzes and random stuff, they're not gonna come to you for fitness advice. They're not gonna know what you're doing. So
they're not gonna know who you are.
Exactly. This is all social media based, so you have to post. If there was a 4th vital behavior, it'd be posting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super important. So what to post? That was kind of what you were getting at. What to post and what not to post, which is what we just covered.
Yes.
Don't post shared quizzes and like YouTube videos that have nothing to do with what we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, first of all, you're not going to get a lot of traction on it. People just, they don't.
I think that's a red flag for a lot of people. You know, you see, like, that's what a fake profile looks like.
Right. Yeah. All this shared stuff. Like, no. And it doesn't build rapport. It doesn't build your character. It's just shared from another person.
Mm-hmm.
That's one coach. I'm not going to say any names, but somebody posted a healthy recipe. It was a great recipe, awesome recipe, but it was shared from another fitness blog or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything for your credibility. People want, you need to make that healthy recipe and then take a picture and then post the recipe yourself.
Right.
That builds credibility. That makes them think, well, she knows what she's talking about. She's making healthy recipes. Maybe I can reach out to her for some fitness advice, some nutrition advice.
Right. So. Yeah. Yeah. And what I would say to that, Kinsey, I mean, as a new coach, I know for me, I sort of got obsessed with posting and like, oh, I have to post. And I would like dwell on it for sometimes hours, and it was like ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So I can see, you know, maybe where a new coach feels like pressure to post, that, you know, they would maybe panic and like post a shared link or something like that. Yeah, but I mean, you have to think about, you know, making your page you and like letting you shine through, and it's not a stressful thing. So if you're not really thinking about, you know, what other people want to see when they go to your page, or, you know, you have to get rid of the pressure on yourself to get into the habit of posting. I mean, it does take a little while, and at first it is hard. I know for me, I was not someone, I was like you, I was a Facebook stalker. I was not someone, you know, that was really big into sharing anything about myself online ever. And so you just have to sort of go for it. I mean, you can't think about it. You can't obsess about it too much. Like, if you get an idea, write it down.
Right.
Plan.
You have to be vulnerable. I mean, I'm a closed off person in general, actually. Like when I first started coaching, I was not as open as I am now. I've completely changed as a person because of coaching. I would go 3 weeks to a month without posting anything, like nothing. Yeah. And I was a Facebook stalker. I wasn't a participant. I did not put, like, the coaches that are new that have already posted and they kind of have a Facebook presence. Mm-hmm. You're lucky. You already got your foot in the door. I mean, you're already like got the ball rolling. I didn't have that. I started from square one. It was pretty bad.
Right.
And I remember it took me 2 to 3 days to post my first post that said I'm a Beachbody coach, because I was scared. I didn't know what to do, and I was like, once I post, what if people come with questions and I don't know how to answer? And like, no, I'm gonna learn this whole business first, then I'll post. And my upline was like, I'm sorry to tell you, we're not going to figure out this whole business first. You're just going to have to jump in and post. And if people come to you for questions and you don't know how to answer, just ask in the coach group.
Right.
So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I was posting. I would go to Pinterest and find those badass fitness chicks with the memes on them, and I'd post those 3 to 5 times a day. I posted Pinterest memes 5 times a day. I didn't have any variety. It was nothing to do with me. Like, I had no selfies or anything. Actually, this is a fun fact. My coach, Danielle, she said, you're going to have to start taking pictures of yourself. I was like selfies? she goes, yes, like selfies, like workout selfies. I was like, okay. And I didn't even know your phone turned around and like took pictures. I had no idea you could do that.
Yeah.
And now I'm like selfie queen.
I know you are. Yeah. And that's still, that's an area that I'm like, I don't like taking pictures of myself, but we all have, room to grow.
It's whatever. I mean, everybody has their niche. If your thing is food, your thing is food. You're a foodie, and whatever works for you. Mine's fashion. Like I'd always show off my outfits and myself. So yeah, and then this is another thing. When to post. A lot of coaches, when they first start, they're told they need to post 3 to 5 times a day. They get that, but then they like post 5 times in an hour, and then they're like, "We're done here." That's not the way it works. You need to, everybody take notes on this part. You need to post first thing in the morning, 8 to 9 a.m. Do a breakfast post, a Shakeology post, inspirational, something to start out their day on the right foot, make them happy. Sometimes coaches do humor, just make them laugh. And then another one at noon, I do, Shakeology or your lunch or what you're doing at that moment. And then 3 to 4, I usually do like an engagement post, like A or B. Like
ask a question.
Yeah, ask a question. Ask for opinions because everybody wants to give their opinion. Like the post I did on July 4th, and I asked about my shoes. I asked tennies or boots. I already was out the freaking door. Like, I already knew what I was wearing. I only posted that because I knew that shit would blow up. People would say, "Oh, tennies or boots or whatever." And that, sure enough, that post blew up. Everyone wanted to give their opinion because that's just the way people are. So 3 to 4, engaging post, and then 7 to 9. If you miss every post that day, I told you this, you need to get that 7 to 9 one up, no matter what. If you had a bad day and you missed every single post that day and you're like, crap, well, I have not gotten a post up. Get that 7 to 9 one up because that's when everybody is on Facebook. Everybody's on the couch watching TV, scrolling Facebook. So I always make that my right hook one. So that's when it has to do with your business, like a coach opportunity post or a challenge group invite. So, and if you're not sure how to post or what to say on those posts, go to Lecture Public, go to the top of the page and click photos. There's tabs. There's like little tabs that have inspiration in them. There's one that says challenge group posts, and there's one that says coaching opportunity posts. And another thing, if you're not sure what to post and what kinds of posts work, you need to be following top coaches because that's how I learned the business. I followed Raina. I literally dissected everything Raina posted when I was a new coach. I was like, why does that work for her? And I'm going to do the same thing.
And you also shouldn't be afraid to reach out to those coaches. And, if you see something that they post that you think is really awesome, you can adapt to yourself and sort of make your own and it really speaks to you, ask them, if you can borrow it.
Right.
Use it. Yeah. And they will almost always say yes to you.
Right. Beachbody is a very share-friendly business. No one cares as long as you don't take it word for word and use their picture. As long as you're not sharing their stuff. then you're good. But I reached out when I was a baby coach. I talked to Coach Caleb several times. I wasn't scared. I was like, I messaged him, and he was on my blog. He did a blog post for me. I messaged Anita. I messaged one of the bombshells. I think it was Lindsay Stay. Don't be afraid. I mean, if you see a coach, a top coach that you're inspired by, that you connect with, talk to them. They're gonna respond back. And if not, just keep following top coaches. See what they're posting and kind of adapt. Like I finally found what worked for me, and I feel like I have my own niche. I'm not a mimic of anybody else. In the very beginning, I saw what Raina did, and I wanted that to work for me. But I'm not Raina, you know.
And Kinsey, I think maybe that's, or maybe some of us younger coaches, even though I've been at this for a while and I still kind of just dabble in it, like where you find your niche. Because you seriously know, like every single person that I know, you're freaking everywhere on everyone's page that I know, which is great. But it's like, okay, now I have to expand my network, but into what? Because it's like, I'm not married, I'm not young, I'm not fresh out of college. People who know me now don't know my past story, so I try to make that as present as possible, that I know where you're at. I was overweight, you know. But how do you, I know you and I've kind of talked about this a little bit before. It's like kind of am asking the question so that other new coaches can hear this, but it's like, how do you then begin to expand your network? Because that's something that I have to do to kind of separate myself from you, because we know too many of the same people, and I need to really get into what
Are you in some groups?
And I'm expanding in some of those as well, because some of them were like some support groups for my weight loss, but others are not as active. So it's like trying to find the groups that are active and that people will interact with what you're posting or will actually talk back and stuff like that. But yeah,
I would find like a hobby of yours or something, that a TV show that you follow. Like, don't you watch
Orange is the New Black? That's
was it Scandal?
Scandal?
You're
Yes.
a Scandal watcher, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like look up, go to Facebook and look up Scandal and just go in that group and befriend somebody, and then go to their friends and just add. I seriously, like, I had 300 friends and this is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when coaches start and they're like, well, there's 200 friends and I'm from a small town. There's no way, everybody's not interested in fitness. And I'm like, no, because I started with 300 friends, and most of them are from Southwest Kansas, and they're not interested in fitness anyway. But I did my adding. I added 3 to 5 people a day, and ended up with a coach in Canada. I have several coaches in Texas. I have coaches all over the U.S. right now. And half my team I'd never met. So just add random people. And we are lucky because we're women. Most people will see a friend request from a woman and be like, okay, I'll be her friend. So I think the biggest thing is just, instead of finding mutual friends with me, go to a group that there's no mutual friends at all, and just add somebody and then continue to add.
Yeah, because like I get those like people you may know, and then I know it's like kind of expands out from the friends that I've added. But I just die laughing because every time I pull it up, mutual friends, Kinsey Evans, mutual friends, Kinsey Evans. I'm like, oh my God, she's everywhere. I love it.
It's pretty saturated now. I am back at 4,980 friends, or 85 friends. I got rid of a lot of friends when I said, I need you to unfollow or unfriend me and follow me. I went down to 4,940, and now I'm creeping back up. So I'm like, shit. Oh well. But let's see. How else could you find random?
I guess I wanted to you guys have talked a little bit about vulnerability and kind of putting yourself out there. And that's something that I've noticed that at first I was really scared to kind of do that. But even just when you share yourself personally, you don't have to put like every single detail out there. But um, I've been shocked at the number of people that have just sent me unsolicited messages that I've not even like sent anything to them or whatever, but they're like, I love seeing all your positivity. I love that, because my life went to hell in a handbasket. And Kinsey, you know this. We both kind of went through it. And at the same time, it was like, I didn't put anything out there because for 2 months, nobody knew that I had been broken up with. Mm-hmm. And then when they kind of started to kind of get the hint, then it was like message after message. I can't believe how positive you are. And da-da-da. So it's kind of like that vulnerability and putting yourself out there, but still yet being so positive about that. Right. That's what every message has been about in the last 2 weeks since I've moved to Kansas City, but I'm sharing what I'm going through and people love that.
Oh yeah, people.
It hasn't necessarily translated into a lot of business, but it is a lot of traction on my page. Like I have, and I'm not kidding, 10 people in the last week that have messaged me and said, I wake up and I check your page every day. Because they know that I'm up at this crazy, ungodly hour, and I post that. And even though it's not a picture of me all the time with my inspirational quotes, they know that that's coming. Right. And they love that. And so that's, I guess, my little, I'm Susie Sunshine, and I'm okay with that. I don't care how cheesy people think I am, but it's really been helping, and I love seeing that. So
yeah, I get those messages too, and I honestly didn't know how to handle my breakup. I know that's another story, but
I didn't either. It was like,
I am not a vulnerable person. It's hard for me to share that side of, I guess, I don't know, failure or whatever. I don't know, but
not failure.
I know it wasn't at all. I guess it's negative. I don't know. So I tried to I was like, people are going to figure it out. And they did, and people, messaged me like crazy. I don't know. But just sharing your life and sharing your story and being honest about everything and just creating credibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest thing. Just be real. Be a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be. I mean, as a coach, someone that has never, approached you, you're already this thing to them. You're this thing up there. Mm-hmm. And so if you don't make yourself, if you don't like bridge that gap with realness, then no one is ever going to approach you. Because
it's intimidating. They're scared.
Yep. Exactly.
And I get so many times I know you're busy. I know you're super busy. And I'm like, no, like don't say that. I'm too busy to talk to you, and you coaches. Cynthia, I think you said that several times to me.
Well, I just feel like
busy for you.
I know. I guess for me, I know that your team is like massive, and so, and I guess
I talk to you like daily.
I know, but I think that's always been me. Like I don't want to bother people because I'm not up, I'm just a coach. Like I'm not even Emerald. I'm just this little old me. But at the same time, it's like I still have questions and I want to know. So I know that I come to you, but that's just me.
That's perfect. And I checked your volume the other day. You got good volume.
I know. And these dang people. Seriously, why do you want to pay more money? I just don't understand.
You've got awesome volume. You have better volume than most of my Emeralds.
I can't get darn person's time, dang it.
But I'm just saying, Cynthia, when you rank advance, you're gonna be ranking it in because you already have good volume.
I just need 2 people. I'm about ready to, and this little one of my challengers, I'm about ready to just sponsor her myself and pay her fees monthly because this chick is unreal. Like she's already she's doing everything that a coach does. She's promoting my challenge group. She's basically running this one right now. I'm like, do it. But I think it's that jump in. So I'm about ready to just say, I'm going to pay your fee. You're going to get in. Yeah. If you don't make money within the first 6 months, we'll go back and we'll reevaluate. Because I think,
that's another thing. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not. It's you have to be slow and steady. You have to be consistent.
There's legwork.
There is
involved.
legwork for sure. I know a lot of coaches sign up and they think it's just like a regular job. You show up
Right.
day one and you go to training and you get paid. No, that's not the way it works. I remember Stephen would come home every day and be like, "Did you sell anything? Did you sell anything? Did you get a coach? Did you sell anything?" Like, no, and I didn't get a paycheck for the first 3 weeks.
Well, and I think it gets really frustrating because you get that first initial, everyone's really excited, everyone signs up, and maybe your first challenge group, I mean, we blew it out of the water, and then all of a sudden it was like nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm still working with some of the same challengers that bought a challenge pack the first time and won't buy anything else. And
Right.
but you know,
See,
slow and steady. It's okay. We're gonna get there.
consistency and always having a challenge group invite or a challenge group event to invite people to. Because
And
if you don't have an event to invite anybody to, then it's like, well,
Yeah.
why?
And once and it's so surprising. Like once you start doing it, if you don't have something going, they'll message you. When I took that break off, they're like, "Why aren't you doing anything? When's your next group?" Da, 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 da. I'm like, "I'm taking a break." Well, I really would like. I was planning on it. I'm like, "Okay, well,
Like, okay.
guess I'll do one." So, but glad I did. Glad I did.
Yeah. Well, I think we covered everything. I'm pretty sure that everything's good. I wish we had more people on because,
I know. I'm sad none of my
questions.
team can make it.
but yeah, if we'll get this recording up, and if they have questions, then they can just don't be afraid to personally message me or Elle or Cynthia about anything. I mean, we have the time. Our goal is to make you grow.
Yeah.
All right. You guys
Okay.
good?
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for hopping on. Have a
Bye,
great
guys. Have a great night.
Bye.